Greece is one of the most confusing games I've ever played, and I mean that in every aspect. From the endless gameplay that makes Pizza Tower look shameful to the lore that would have Matt Patton scratching the back of his head. As someone who's been on this platform long enough to see it crumble, I can say this is one of the most unique games out there, a real diamond on the endless sea of asim slop and grow brain rot backlogs. And of course, I've been completely hooked on it in the past few days. From Reprieve to Zen to Grace itself, I've been grinding the hell out of this game, hooking myself up over 100 key crown to show my dedication. And since, I want to talk about this game, it's time I pass down my knowledge onto you, the viewer. So fuck it, we're going through this step by step, inch by inch, so I can give the game the respect it deserves. We'll be referring to the documents in the shop over the course of the video, so we won't be left in the dark for too long. So strap in, flashing lights warning once more just in case you didn't read the text, and let's get going. Grace by itself is pretty self-explanatory. You've got an endless corridor, one door forward with the occasional break room, point A to point B, do whatever it takes to get there. And, well, that'd be pretty simple. And boring. So God himself decided to put you up against some of the most interesting enemies I've seen in this entire genre. And boy howdy, they're gonna make your life hell. So this entire section is dedicated to tackling each of them one by one. But don't think you'll be braced to handle them without prior experience, though. Just because I'm yapping about them doesn't mean you're suddenly qualified to slam on a billion modifiers and get chased down by 30 Elkmen at once. So let's start with your first threat, Carnation. As air filled with comfortable dread with the scent of tinted flowers, the mind is flooded with selfish deceit, knowledge, and ideas, unknown merging with themselves through the gullible mind. By smooth wording and flattery it deceives the heart of the naive. They profess to know good, but deny the true good. Follow those who see rather than those who are blind and deaf in themselves. Those who follow the deceived are to be deceived themselves. Those who follow the good are to be good themselves. Your path is hidden within the truth, a truth which trusting leads you to him. Carnation is going to be your main obstacle when you start out, mainly because he's the biggest threat out of anything you're going to do. When Carnation attacks, you get a quick burst of static, before pink flames begin popping up on the sides of your screen. This is your indicator to start hauling ass even harder than you already were. There'll be a safe room guided with yellow paint that you have to hide in. Once Carnation passes, it's back to running like never before. Then there's Slight, or Sight. I always get them mixed up. As you witness it, a new pleasant discovery emerges, one that can lead you astray. Not inherently sin, not inherently harmful, but with higher the quantity, will slowly poison your mind. With a long-lasting struggle, a perpetual cycle of lapse and return. Don't submit yourself to the clutches of your own mind. Human nature directs itself towards pleasure, but to submit yourself to good, and your struggle will flee. But what's even worse to mix up is getting them confused with Heed. Well, Heed appears later down along the line. Two of a very simple but very impactful gimmicks that are pretty much the same, but, well, reversed. You gotta look at Heed and look away from Sight. Fail to do so for either, you'll lose an eye, causing you to take some damage or having a screen effect that really messes you up the first time you see it. I've grown used to it at this point. I've been hit by both of them too many times for it to have a meaningful impact besides the initial, jump scare. But for new players, it's gonna really get on your nerves having text constantly flashing your screen. You all with that? Good, because the Elkman is about to throw that all out the window. As you feel its influence, your mind goes foggy as thoughts of wrongful desires and tension arise. Don't let them linger, for they will cause downfall. Discover true love and embrace, for their definitions have been twisted into pleasure. Pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, and abstain from the opposites. The body is not meant for immortality, for the Lord, and the Lord is for the body. The whole gimmick is just as simple as Sight and Heeds, but with a bit of spice. Once you're into their line of sight, you gotta break eye contact faster than the school kid with ADHD, otherwise your body and vision will literally stop melting. By themselves, they're actually not that big of a problem, they're really easy to deal with, but combine that with other entities that force you to stay still, and they're gonna be the bane of your existence after a couple good runs. Speaking of other entities, you've got a double feature of this safe room, that being the slugfish. Dust fills the air, aches your head, speaks to you, pushes you forward. The bodies plead, a matter of no need. If everything is really yours, if everything you can own was made for everyone, what is it to own if not borrowed till death? What is to keep if not disallowing others from utilizing the same? What is there to save if letting something go unused? How come you give the body what it wants, but not the soul what it begs for? Is it better to give or receive? And if you will give, let it not be for reluctant or under compulsion, for he loves a cheerful giver. You know when they spawn in when you see those white flames? You know, the one that kind of look like carnation flames, instead of being pink, they're white? Yeah. Instead of booking it, you gotta take it slow. Slam your face into the nearest wall and hug it like it's your best friend, and this complete freight train of a beast whirls past you. They're the quickest to get rid of, so no worries there, but don't let that fool you. They're the one I've personally been caught up by God the most by. Fumble that a bit, but they're the one I've been caught by the most, so keep your eyes peeled. If you made it to the safe room where these two appear, hell yeah, you're winning the video game so far. But now it's time to face the two biggest roadblocks any new player will face in this entire game. The average British weather and the actual sun. Sorrow, the average weather in Birmingham. And not that actually big of an issue despite what I just said. When you see the red rain start pouring down and you gotta duck for cover. Doorway, built-in cover in a safe room, doesn't matter. As long as there's a roof above you, when rainbow comes a knocking, you'll be alive. And then there's Dozer. This fat chud. Let another praise you, and not your own mouth. A stranger, and not your own lips. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility, count others more significant than yourselves. Don't prize yourself as king. God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Dozer's got perhaps the biggest reality check for any new Grace player. When Dozer's on screen, an invisible timer will start ticking down, and when that hits 0 and he opens his eyes, you better be dead still and crouching or you die. Stood up, dead. Sliding, dead. Jumping, dead. Moving around in any capacity, dead. You have to be dead still. Otherwise, well, you're dead. And that's all the entities wrapped up. However, I'd like to show them all off one last time. So instead of just leaving the video here and ending it, you know, as it is, I'm gonna let some of my own gameplay run. No added commentary, no added funnies, just my own skill to showcase what a pro run through of this game looks like. And that's all God wrote. Now, of course, you likely still have questions. What was that weird blue thing? What about the other two game modes you talked about? And honestly, I feel like I'd be telling too much if I showed them off. I want you, yes, you the viewer, to click off this video and leave wanting to play this game. If I succeeded or not is a whole different question that your actions will decide. Besides from that, I appreciate you sticking around. I never expected to get the motivation to make another one of these, and I'm honored to have an audience, however small you lot may be. The fact you stuck around to hear me yap about the outro says enough already. This has been Mike Sketchmore. Play Grace, it's a really good game, and I'll see you next time.